right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, we are going to be in the 140-pound division where Teofimo Lopez and Shakur Stevenson is apparently a done deal. And it is going to be one of the most interesting fights to predict that we've seen in a while. Let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, we have very good news in the sport of boxing as two of the brightest young champions in the sport of boxing are going to be facing each other, and that is Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo Lopez for Teofimo Lopez's 140-pound WBO title. This fight is intriguing for a lot of reasons, not just in the ring, but what could occur outside of the ring. Now, before I get into that, though, let me welcome you back to the channel. If you are new to the channel, please accept my invitation to hit the subscribe button. Also, thank you to everybody that hypes the video and lets other people know about it by swiping the hype button. And also, thank you to everybody that supports in the super thanks of videos like this. $1 worth, 100 views, $10 is 1,000. It really does make a big difference for the channel. So thanks you guys to the people that do that. Really, really makes a big, big difference. But let's get into this because, okay, they have announced this fight, I don't know, 15 times or so, that Shakur Stevenson would be fighting Teofimo Lopez at 140 pounds for his title. That is officially confirmed for, I do believe, the month of January, which means we are going to have a very, very packed month of January fights in January. So super, super excited about it. That means, and actually we have a really good fight card coming up this weekend by the PBC. So, hey man, the next 8 weeks of boxing should be really, really, really packed. So this particular fight though, with Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo Lopez, I think is a really great move for these guys' career because, you know, there wasn't a lot of places to go. And both of these guys are recognizable fighters, and neither one of them, I do believe, had a lot of other options. So the fact that these guys would fight each other when usually you wouldn't predict that these two guys would fight each other. And the reason that I say that is because the matchup itself is, I mean, it's not, if you do them, both of them are extremely high caliber fighters. And I believe that. Teofimo Lopez, and I'm one of the very few people that credit him because of the mind job done on people about what he accomplished at 135. I give Teofimo Lopez full credit for being an undisputed champion at 135 pounds. He also beat a former undisputed champion. He was an undisputed champion in Josh Taylor. Those are really, really terrific wins for Teofimo Lopez and terrific accomplishments for Teofimo Lopez. Teofimo Lopez self-promotion kind of went askew because he kind of went off the rails a little bit, man, especially after his loss with George Kambosos. But he hasn't lost since then. He's had a couple fights where people were like, I don't know, Sandor Martin, I don't know, Jermaine Taylor, they didn't know. Same thing for Shakur, though. Shakur is obviously an extremely, extremely talented fighter. He's had several fights where people are looking at him like, I don't know, like the Edwin De Los Santos fight. People were very, very unimpressed with the Edwin De Los Santos fight because the basically running around the ring and all of that. So the reason why I say this is a fight, the Shakur Teo fight isn't one that you would usually make, is because both of these guys are counter punchers. Neither one of them really like to take the lead. So unless one of them really, really changes their personality, you're going to see a highly, highly technical fight that may not be tremendously appealing to the masses. So what you really are going to get is a name, right? You get the two names, but they're probably not going to match up and really lay it on the line, man, because neither one of those guys are people that are really going to go at you. You know what I mean? If one of them had a tendency to take the lead more, I think it might be a more interesting fight. Like, say, for example, Floyd Mayweather Jr. was definitely somebody that could come forward and he could fight backwards. So when he fought Zab Judah was, he was an attacking type of power punching fighter as well. But for that particular fight, Floyd was able to change kind of from fighting on the back foot to fighting on the front foot, and took the fight to Zab Judah, changed his personality. So, or at least what you would predict it. Because before that, I had not seen Floyd Mayweather walk a lot of guys down. So are you going to see that in this fight? Are you going to see Teofimo Lopez change his personality and try to walk down Shakur Stevenson? Shakur Stevenson going to be able to take it more and try to do some actual damage to Teofimo Lopez? Or is it going to be, let's see who can, play patty cake for 12 rounds, and whoever touches each other the most wins the round, right? And that's what I'm hoping we don't get to see, that we don't see in the fight, but there is a very, very real risk for that. Take, for example, the last couple fights with Devin Haney. Devin Haney had like 70 landed punches in the fight against Brian Norman Jr., and he had 70 landed punches against Jose Ramirez. That is pretty much playing patty cake and hug. So yeah, it got him the win, but not a lot of people are tremendously excited about seeing Devin Haney in his next fight. All of the buzz and all of the stuff that goes on in the echo chambers that work for Devin are one thing, but the real fans, they're really, really not feeling it. So this potential fight really has the potential to kind of be the same type of stinker. I hope somebody changes their personality in that fight. One thing that I'm really happy that we have not heard, though, out of either Teofimo Lopez or Shakur Stevenson, is a bunch of exaggerated stories about how much money they're making and how much of a demand this is, and how they're how they're the faces of boxing. Both these guys have seemed to calm that stuff down, backed up off of a lot of that stuff that a lot of these other young fighters are trying to do, pretty much fake it like you make it as a star. Not saying that Teofimo's not making good money or Shakur's not making good money. I'm just saying that we just have a new trend in boxing to say, oh, I made $30 million in this fight, when you know perfectly well they could not possibly have come near that, right? This is a good fight. This is two good names, and people should be interested in it. It's going to be a matchroom card. Hopefully it will not be a pay-per-view. Hopefully it will not be $60 and not have any other fights on it. But it is what it is. I'll support these two young men regardless. I'm just excited that we get the fight, because I think Shakur is a terrific fighter. I think Teofimo is a terrific fighter. And whoever wins that fight is going to come out in a better situation, provided they don't just have it doesn't look like the sparring tape that they put out, which I have to tell you was, it was not a harbinger of this fight being, you don't have to worry about this fight being Ali Frazier. Let's put it that way. Anyway, that's my take on the matter. Please let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Deuces.